Everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Let's today discuss about a very important motion that was adopted by the IUCN World Congress, and that is with regard to soil conservation. So it's called as Motion 007, and the International Union for the Conservation of Nature formally adopted its very first ever global soil security law framework following a passage of Motion 007 on security law. This historic resolution recognizes soil security as fundamental to global challenges like food production, climate resilience, biodiversity, and also water supply, because soil plays an important role in biodiversity and ecosystem, mainly food production, and also with regard to water supply, withholding groundwater levels. Groundwater being a major source of drinking water for many communities which lack piped drinking water. The framework now was adopted during the IUCN World Congress that was held in Abu Dhabi, and it was co-sponsored by Save the Soil movement and other important international partners. The framework now will provide a legal basis for creating a model soil security law to guide national legislation which is common among all the members. It defines soil security as a responsible management of soil to ensure that it performs vital function and also provides essential ecosystem services. Now, more than almost 90 countries of the IUCN are expected to incorporate the future model soil security law into the national regulations. The aim of the framework is to help countries integrate its soil protection and into national policies, and also to enhance accountability for soil degradation, promoting regeneration farming, and also supporting the livelihoods of people who depend on healthy soil. Now, this comes at a very apt time when there are many reports speaking of soil degradation, significant reports by international organizations like the UNESCO, which is projecting up to 90% of the world's soils would be degraded by 2050, and it warns that 75% of the soil is already degrading, affecting 3.2 billion people. Now, the international conference at Morocco, the International Conference at Morocco, United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, also called as the UNESCO, issued a stark warning based on the World Atlas of Desertification. Currently, globally, 75% of the soils are degraded, and it impacts 3.2 billion people, keeping in mind that more than 50% of the population in India is dependent on agriculture. This is a warning signal. Now, the report states that 33% of the world's soils are moderately to highly degraded, and 40% of the degraded soils are found in Africa, which compounds poverty and also food insecurity as well. If the current trend continues, 90% of the planet's soil will be degraded by 2050. This is what the UNESCO report says. It calls for better protection of the soil, rehabilitation through action plan, including three very important objectives. They are improving the soil protection, rehabilitation measures, addressing the gaps in scientific knowledge, strengthening the commitment of young people and communities through education. Now, the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification highlighted in February 2024 that healthy land is required that an area of healthy land that is required for food security is equivalent to 4 football fields, and this is degraded every second. The theme of 2024 event was United for Land, Our Legacy, Our Future. So this is one of the most important area that where sustainable farming practices have to be involved, because the same soil is going to be used by our future generations. The FAO released its report revealing global agri-food hidden costs of approximately 12 trillion annually. The costs are primarily driven by unhealthy diet, environmental degradation, including declining yields and soil fertility, soil organic carbon levels, water scarcity. FAO, or the Food and Agriculture Organization, and the Government of Thailand are co-organizing this forum to establish a high-level action plan to address soil degradation. And the Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystems released 2 assessments highlighting the interconnected crisis of biodiversity loss, climate change and soil degradation. Climate change increases or speeds soil degradation and also leads to greater biodiversity loss. Soil plays an important role in this life of humans and ecosystem services as well. It is very important to take into consideration soil health. India has launched its soil health cards, but we have to work much more prudently into this area. Excessive use of unbalanced fertilizers, excessive use of chemical fertilizers will lead to soil degradation in the long run. We have to give the soil breathing time or recouping time. However, because of pressure of population and food security, and now even biomass for green fuels has increased the strain on soil, there is a need to plan the usage of the land and the soil so that we can save our soil even for the future generations and also meet the needs of the current generation as well. This is an important topic from the UPSC point of view and also for the state services examination in science and technology, environment and ecology. This topic has to be remembered because we are having the first global framework now to be brought, and all the nations will adopt a legislation on this. It's important to not only interpret what exactly is this initiative, but also to understand and interpret in the answers or essay writing as well. Recent findings of organizations like FAO and UNESCO in your answers. This will only improve the content of your answer writing in the analytical form. And apart from that, you can always start from the basics by remembering actually what exactly is this IUCN initiative to have a soil framework globally so that all countries have a legislation. Look into the policies and the programs focused by the government of India, especially to protect the soil, and also initiatives taken by UNESCO and FAO in this regard as well. Remember the names of the NGOs that are now piloting this, like for example this was adopted in coordination with Save the Soil Movement of India and other NGOs as well. So this if you do this will enrich your answer writing and also will be easy to remember for a long in the longer run. Also will help you to answer your interview as well. So I thought that these were the important points I should be discussing with you, but if you did find this helpful as well, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, very happy learning.